Hey there guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Ruby. In the last, also first part, I got Mudkip as my starter Pokemon, and I caught a Wurmple. And, let's see, do I still have 3 Pokeballs? Okay, that should do. And Wurmple is docile. It's not really a great nature. Because you see, for those of you who have never played a Pokemon game before, or... well, you could have played a Pokemon game before and not know about natures, because they've been introduced in the 3rd generation. So pretty much what natures do is they make each Pokemon more unique by changing their stats. For example, Mudkip has a gentle nature. And if I recall correctly, a gentle nature lowers its defense but raises its special defense. So pretty much all of its stats are going to be normal, like compared to other Mudkips, but the special defense is going to be 10% higher and the regular defense is going to be 10% lower. At least I think it's 10%. So yeah, pretty much if you're a competitive battler, you're going to want to have Pokemon of a certain nature, because otherwise their stats are going to be a lot lower than you might want them to be. For example, this Mudkip I have would not be very good in competitive battling because a gentle nature lowers its defense, and that's pretty much what Mudkip's final form Swampert is known for having great physical defense. Anyway, Wurmple's kinda getting his ass kicked by this Zigzagoon, so I'm gonna switch to Mudkip to let him finish the job. That way, at least Wurmple will still get some experience points. Because, yeah, training a Wurmple is kinda hard because it's really weak. It'll hardly do any damage, and yet it'll take huge damage from pretty much anything you see. And here's a little bug catcher. You can tell it's a bug catcher by the big-ass hat he's wearing on the overworld sprite. And he also has a Wurmple, but mine's better. Oh yeah, forgot to heal. That might be bad. Oh well, if he just keeps spamming String Shot and not doing any damage, I guess this could work out in my favor. I mean, the AI isn't exactly the smartest. And this game does not have a selectable difficulty setting, so... yeah, the AI is just simply this stupid. I mean, why do you need to keep lowering my speed? You're already faster than me, you don't need to do it 3 times. In the meantime, I'm kicking your ass. See, this is what I mean. And trust me, it'll get even worse over the course of this LP. Anyway, I should... what? That last tackle only did 3 damage. And this one did 4. Screw you, Wurmple. Mudkip, take care of it. I wish he'd just learn Water Gun already. At least then he has a decent move. And he has another Wurmple. Another level 4 Wurmple. Why would you want to have 2 of the same damn Pokemon with you? They're the same gender, same level, same species. Why? I mean, I know there's not much variety at this point, but why have 2 of the exact same Pokemon? I mean, okay, I get it. They can't, like, show off a lot of other Pokemon already, because by this point you're only supposed to have seen 2 of the starters, Poochyena, Zigzagoon, Wurmple, maybe Wingull if you're lucky, maybe Seedot or Lotad depending on your version. Don't worry, we'll run into those later on. Anyway, need to heal Wurmple, because he's not gonna be able to do any training if he's down and out now, is he? Alright, everyone's back in fighting shape. It's a good thing Pokemon centers don't charge you, because that would make training so hard. I'm not very tall, so I sink right into tall grass. It goes up his nose and fwa 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 fwa. Okay. Anyway, Zigzagoon, level 3. Can Wurmple take this? I don't think it can, because Zigzagoons are kind of bulky for early game Pokemon. Especially considering Wurmple can't fight his way out of a paper bag. Anyway, here's some berries. Yeah, berries have all kinds of effects like restoring HP or curing status effects. Let's see, I think I want to actually give one of these to Wurmple. Because if you give, say, an Oranberry to Wurmple, it'll eat it when it gets weak, and then it'll restore 10 of its HP. Which, at this point in the game, is pretty much half of it. So yeah, that might help him turn the tables on this Poochyena, for example. Alright, Wurmple, tackle. Oh, crap. Oh, come on, don't start missing already. Oh, that's bad. Poochyena's starting to raise his own attack stat, make him hit harder. And as expected, Wurmple does nothing. Come on. Oh, there we go, Wurmple. Just takes him a while to get warmed up. And here goes the Oranberry. Restore 10 of its HP, getting him back to full. Oh, there we go. How the tables have turned. Come on, Wurmple. You can do this. Unless he gets a critical out of nowhere. That would suck. Okay, one more go. Yes. Yes. Sweet. Alright, that's some good experience points for Wurmple. Now he's level 5. And he learns Poison Sting. Now, that may actually end up being Wurmple's most reliable way of offense, believe it or not. Because his tackle will do so little damage that you're probably better off just using Poison Sting, hoping it poisons the enemy, and just wear them down that way. And yeah, this guy also has a Tailo, which is this generation's common bird Pokemon. Like Pidgey and Hoot Hoot before him. Even though Hoot Hoot wasn't really the common bird Pokemon in Gold and Silver, because you still had Pidgey there. Yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't really like Gold and Silver. It doesn't really put enough focus on the new Pokemon. I mean, have you seen how many gyms in Pokemon Gold and Silver don't even use any new Pokemon in them? The first gym has Pidgey and Pidgeotto, old Pokemon. Second gym, Kakuna, Metapod, Scyther, old Pokemon. Fourth gym, Ghastly Haunter, Gengar, old Pokemon. Fifth gym, Poliwrath and Primeape or Machoke, either one of those, old Pokemon. Pretty much the only ones that use any new ones are the 3rd, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. And still, they pretty much only use one new Pokemon each, and the majority of them are still old Pokemon. And it's not like there weren't enough Pokemon to focus on for those types. I mean, take the second gym leader in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, the Bug Gym. He uses Kakuna, Metapod, and Scyther. Now, how many Bug Pokemon have been introduced in the Gold and Silver games? I don't know, they could have given him, like, Ledybah, or a Spinarak, or a Pineco, or Heracross, or Shuckle. Plenty of choices there, but no, they have to go with all the old ones. Okay, I can understand the 4th gym leader, because he's a ghost gym leader, and there were only 4 ghost types in Gold and Silver. But still, they could have just put Misdreavus in there somewhere. And the fighting gym leader, the 5th one, I can also kind of understand, because if I recall correctly, pretty much the only fighting types added in Generation 2 were Heracross and Hitmontop and Tyrogue. And I'd say that's really about it. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Well, Wurmple's really starting to kick ass now. Level 6. He's growing up so fast. And he finally has 10 bloody attack points. Yeah. You ended up furthering my career indeed by making my Wurmple stronger. Now down here's a little Pokeball. A potion. Those are always handy if you can find them for free. I mean, don't bother with buying potions. If there's like a Pokemon Center nearby, just keep running back and forth. Yeah, it'll take extra time, but it'll save you money. That you can use to buy Pokeballs with. To catch lots and lots of Pokemon. I mean, that's the goal of the game after all, right? Gotta catch them all. Even though they kinda dropped that slogan like 10 years ago. A gym? Who is this? Oh, it's Dad. What if it isn't yours? We're all finished moving in? Yes. You managed to get here by yourself? No, I have 2 Pokemon. They are beastly. Yes, I'm gonna become a trainer. Looking forward. What? Who's that guy? I'd like to get a Pokemon, please. Well, I got one for free, so I guess he can. He's going to stay with his relatives in Verdant Turf Town. He wants to take a Pokemon because he's going to be lonely. He never caught one. You heard that, right? Go with Wally and make sure that he safely catches a Pokemon. And he'll loan him one of his, a Zigzagoon. Wow, that's a really nice loan. Yeah, if I were Wally, I'd just keep the frickin' Zigzagoon. I mean, it's not like Dad's gonna mind. Zigzagoons are a dime a dozen here. You can get a new one by just walking outside. Anyway, what are you gonna do here, Wally? Yeah, they're in grass like this, you're right. Please watch me and see if you can catch one properly. Whoa! Yeah, because all the Pokemon here are so intimidating that you really have to shout whoa when one appears. Though we haven't seen that one before. This is Ralts. Pretty much the first Psychic type you'll see if you're lucky, because it's kinda rare here. And Wally gets one on his frickin' first attempt. Kinda sucks. But Ralts also kinda sucks. You know why? Because its only move is Growl until like level 9 or 10. Yeah, well, you're supposed to weaken it a bit more. I mean, that's kind of a gamble if it still has that much health. Anyway, why does he have a potion if he doesn't even have any Pokemon? Wally, why do you have a potion? Have you been drinking Pokemon medicine, kid? That's probably not a good thing. Probably sends you on one hell of a mind trip. Anyway, he captures the frickin' Ralts. Even though the odds of that happening at that HP are kinda slim. Dude, you have all the luck of the world on your side. First he encounters the rarest Pokemon on that entire route, and then he catches it with almost full health remaining. But yeah, he's really grateful. He'll take really good care of Ralts, even though it kinda sucks. I mean, the only way you can really level Ralts up at this point in the game is do with it what I did with Wurmple a few minutes ago, like use it in battle, switch it out for a stronger Pokemon, let the stronger Pokemon win, and then give Ralts some experience. That's pretty much the only way you can train them until they learn a move that actually allows them to do any damage of their own. And I think that's Confusion at level 9 or 10 or something. So that's 4 levels. And if I'm correct, Ralts levels up pitifully slow. You see, Pokemon, they don't all level up at the same pace. There's like 6 different like speed groups or something, and I'm pretty sure Ralts' evolutionary line is in one of the slowest groups of all. Anyway, here's a Seedot. I've mentioned them before, they're grass types. Sure you figured as much because they're frickin' acorns. But yeah, this one might actually screw you over the first time you fight it because it knows Bide. Now the move Bide is one you will never see in competitive battling, but you might see it occasionally in game. What Bide does, it takes 3 turns to charge up. And any damage the Pokemon using Bide takes over those 3 turns will be dealt to the opponent double. So yeah, I know this Seedot is pretty much only gonna use Bide because Seedot only knows Bide and Harden at level 6, I'm sure. Sweet, I poisoned it, just what I wanted. Because Bide pretty much fails if you don't attack it. Oh, nice, critical Wurmple, you're a beast. So if a Pokemon uses Bide, just use moves that don't do damage. Just stall it out until it fails, because it hasn't received any damage. And I'm not about to let Wurmple fight a Tailo, because that's just suicidal. Because Tailo's a flying type and Wurmple's weak to flying types. Oh, level 8. Jeez. They're pulling out all the stops here, and it's using Growl. Perfect. Oh, they really have something with getting critical hits today. Way to go, Mudkip, that's why I like you. Anyway, he makes short work of the Tailo, gets some experience. Whoa, almost level 10. And he got sand in his running shoes. Yeah, that's kind of what happens at the beach. Sand gets everywhere, and Wurmple is evolving. Yes, that's a common trait with Bug-type Pokemon. They evolve very early. Believe it or not. Pretty much most of the Bug-type Pokemon will have evolved before level 20. And, aw man, Cascoon. I kinda wanted the other one. Because Wurmple can evolve into 2 different Pokemon, Silcoon and Cascoon. They both look like this, except Silcoon is white and has orange eyes. And Cascoon is purple and has red eyes. And as expected, they both evolve into different Pokemon as well. And quite frankly, Cascoon is the worst of the two. Now, I'm not really sure what causes, like, what Wurmple evolve into Silcoon and which ones evolve into Cascoon. It involves some kind of programming value that you can't see, so your best bet is just evolve it and see what it becomes. Anyway, let's try out Cascoon. Now, Cascoon is kind of confusing was kind of confusing for me at first when I first played this, because I was sure as hell that it was a poison type. Because, you know, some Pokemon gain additional types if they evolve, and because the Pokemon Cascoon evolves into is a bug and poison type, I thought Cascoon was a bug and poison type as well, but it's just a bug type. Shame, because that would have made its poison sting stronger. Anyway, Zigzagoon gets a lucky crit. That kinda sucks, because even though I can use Harden now to buff up my defense, he can just use Tail Whip to bring it back down. Frickin' douchebag Zigzagoon. Now, I can just hopefully try and stall him out until the poison kills him. Sadly, it's the bad kind of poison, not the good one. There are actually two kinds. You can inflict regular poison, which is mainly an additional effect of pretty much every poison move there is. Or you can inflict, like, it's called badly poisoned. You can inflict that by using the move Toxic, which will always inflict badly poison if it hits. And you can inflict badly poison by using Poison Fang, I think. That has like an additional effect, a chance of causing bad poison, even though it's not really the strongest poison move there is, so you're probably just better off using the strongest poison move, Sludge Bomb, and hope for regular poison. But yeah, I don't know why, but he refuses to attack me. Just keep sitting there using Growl and Tail Whip. Aw, come on! Yes, apparently enemy trainers can also use healing items. And this one, because he's a rich boy, that's his trainer class, he's a spoiled brat, he can buy all kinds of expensive healing items like Full Restores, which fully heal your HP and heal any status effects you have on you. So that blows. Alright, Poison Sting, come on, if we can just get him poisoned again. And now he's tearing down my defenses while I'm trying to get him poisoned. This is probably not a good matchup for Cascoon. Although he still takes it pretty well. I mean, I can still survive another one of those. And I believe I still have a potion, which will bring me back to full health, because they restore 20 hit points. Now, later in the game, regular potions will be next to useless, but in the beginning stages, they are a lifesaver. Come on, poison, please. I know it's only like a 10% chance, but still. I am really never lucky at these kind of things. Even though I did get a lot of criticals in the battle against that kid with the Seedon and the Talo. Come on, critical hit. PLZ. Probably not gonna get it, am I? No. Oh, there we go. A bit late, but still. And hopefully he's gonna die from it now. Yes. Sweet. And a little bit of experience. Why couldn't I win? Because you suck. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode of Pokemon Ruby. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.